The 86th Women's Civil War featured an Oregon squad that had dropped 6 in a row since winning the first Civil War 4 weeks earlier to Gill Coliseum, and the Beavers looking for their second Pac-10 win, and the Ducks again without Nia Jackson. A sore knee kept her out of a 4th straight game. They didn't miss her in the first, though. Oregon held the Beavers scoreless for a 9-minute stretch. Amanda Johnson steps up and knocks down the 3. Oregon had a 20-point halftime lead at 36-16. Second half, though, totally different story. OSU on a 16-4 run. Sage Ndendi with the long jumper. Beavs just getting started. 5 minutes left, they take the lead. Arlesia Marchbanks to the hole. Beavers on top 50-49. With a minute to play, the Beavers trailed by 2. Elsara Greer hooping the harm. Missed the free throw, but we're tied at 59. Same score later, Alexis Bostic hits 2 free throws, makes it 61-59 Beavers. Last chance for the Ducks. AJ gets a good look. That would have put Oregon ahead. The putback by Deanna Weaver will not go and let the celebration begin. The Beavers win at 61-59 the final. Greer led the way with 21 points, 13 boards. Oregon State outscored the Ducks 32-8 in the paint.
And Oregon really struggled shooting that ball in the second half. Only 7 of 29, just 24%. Amanda chimed in with 18. With more now from Corvallis, here's Phil Milani.
It was Civil War Part 2, but it was also a game of runs as the Ducks held the Beavers scoreless for nearly a 9-minute stretch in the first half. Beavers came back in the second half with a 16-4 run of their own on their way to winning just their second Pac-10 game of the season.
The main thing was we came out scoring. When this team scores and finds a way to put points up somewhat consistently, the defense picks up, and so it was our offensive execution. I thought that really was the spark.
It's Civil War, so it made it even better. But I'm just happy that our home crowd got to see us win, and hopefully we get 2 more coming up soon.
It's sweet because it's a win. It's against your rivalry school, and so any win's a great win, and to beat the Ducks is even better. So
you have to make shots. So you say what you want. I don't think it was especially in the press, it wasn't a defensive breakdown. We broke down in the half court at critical times inside. But other than that, it was an offensive failure.
As for starting point guard Nia Jackson, no official status update, but after the game, head coach Paul Westhead did say that at best she was day-to-day as the Ducks have lost their 7th game in a row. In Corvallis, I'm Phil Milani for Inside the Pack.
Well, the Beavers continue their tailspin, having lost 10 of the last 12. Meanwhile, Oregon continues its rise, having won 7 of 10 to move up into 4th place in the Pac-10. For one Duck, Saturday's Civil War win was a little extra special. Here's Dirk Weishar with more.
Well, the Beavers fell into another early hole, one they could not climb out of, as Oregon won 82-63, sweeping the season series from the Beavers for the first time since 07-08. Oregon was led by J.R. Strobridge's 26 points, a very happy 23rd birthday for the 5th-year senior.
I know how much it means to just the community, so I was open. My teammates found me. Whether it's EJ, Malcolm Armstead, making plays, and I just shot the ball, and fortunately it went in. So
JR was on fire today, and everyone knew it, and that's what good teams do. They recognize it, and they get the ball to with the person with the hot hand, and he definitely had it today, and he knocked pretty much all his shots down.
I thought he was instrumental in us winning at Oregon State. Those 11 second-half points he had today, obviously, he was the difference in the game.
Oregon had 19 assists on 25 made field goals. Oregon shot 46% from the field, 50% from beyond the arc. Strobridge with 6 3-pointers. Next up for the Ducks and the Beavers will be the Bay Area schools who come to the Willamette Valley. Reporting for Inside the Pack, I'm Dirk Weishar.
Dirk, thanks. Well, the 335th Civil War, Nick, was a kind of an exhibition of 2 programs kind of headed in opposite directions, both surprises.
Yeah, you look at the start of the year where the Beavers were looking so good, a sweep, and then you look at the Ducks who were, 0-4, 0-5 to start things off. Certainly really turned things around. You talk about the Beavers wanting to flip that switch, as they say. We've heard that for the last month and a half now. When will that happen? They say they know the problem, but when's that problem going to work out? Because you keep falling down by double digits, it's not a good deal.
Yeah, they've trailed by double digits in 9 conference games this season. Daniel Dean, as we mentioned earlier, hadn't gotten off the bench, came in late, 8 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds, and a block. So Craig Robinson he's looking for answers. Maybe Daniel Dean's one of them.
Well, you got these final 2 games at home, so if you're going to try to do something before you go on the road, let's turn it on this weekend and then see what they can do.
And how about Oregon at Matt Knight Arena now? 7-3 at Matt Knight Arena since making the jump over from Matt Court. We talked about it, on weeks past about how that arena has sort of injected some life not only to the fan base but into the Ducks as well.
Certainly a home court advantage when you sell things out like they did. Now 4-1 there at Matt Court, 7-3 since they opened that building up. Certainly on the uptick for the rest of the program.
Definitely. Well, having dropped 10 of their last 12, the Beaver men are running out of time to get things right for the 2011 season. Still to come on ITP, the final pieces of the Jay John era have just 2 more games at home, and despite a dismal 2-month stretch, the Beavers still believe they can get it right.
Still wide open for us to try to make a name for ourselves, but I think if we get these 2 games and we play them serious and we come out and show them what we can do, I mean, the sky's the limit for us.
Well, what now for Oregon State? The Beavers sitting in 9th place in the conference with just 4 games to go, with just 4 wins, and 2 games back of Stanford for 7th, but just 2 games ahead of Arizona State, which sits in last place. And with 4 games left, is there really an answer in Corvallis?
No, if I did, I would have turned that key a long time ago. I mean, we're just, I know. What I don't want is all these young guys to get too discouraged.
We have life left. Coming home, the fans will be into it, our crowd. So we just have to, everybody just look deep inside themselves, and then that's the way we have to bring it out and do it together as well. The key for us really is just confidence. We're still hesitant to shoot. We're still hesitant to just go out there and just play how we normally play, and I think that's the biggest thing for us.
I mean, one of these days, one of these games is going to click on, so we're just waiting for it. And hopefully comes sooner than later.
Well, next week, the Bay Area schools visit the Willamette Valley for the Ducks and the Beavers home finales. It'll be senior day on Saturday, and Cal comes to Oregon Thursday while Stanford visits Corvallis. The Beavers really desperate need of a win here.
You think that they got to at least get a split. You'd like to something like that. Ernie Kent used to always say, what's the difference? Seniors makes the difference. And for Oregon fans really getting around Javon Catron and Strobridge, wish them a fond farewell on Saturday. And for the Beavs, Omari Johnson, Calvin Haynes, Dean, last chance coming home before you go down to Arizona, so a chance to fill up at home for the last time before the Pac-10.
Right, and then maybe hopefully close out the season with a desert split because Arizona looking pretty good right now.
Believe it.
All right, for Nick, I'm Tom. Thanks for watching Inside the Pack. We'll see you next week.